Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sean, sometimes known as the Beast, and got a few bits of music I think you might find of interest, hopefully. A couple of different genres, nothing too controversial. The week of the 10th of August and forwards, myself and Mrs Beast were lucky enough to travel down to Manchester on two separate occasions to see a few bands. On I believe it was the 10th, we saw Terrorizer headlining, and on the Thursday we were fortunate enough to see Forbidden. Now, both headlining bands were absolutely superb. The venue, we were both in the same venue in the Rebellion in Manchester. Both nights was really well supported, decent crowd. But what I wanted to do was to highlight a couple of the support bands, one that was on with Terrorizer and one that was on with Forbidden. So without further ado, we'll make a start. Now, the first band that we saw on the Monday evening were this band here. This is Acid Vat and their Dead Flesh Architect EP. This is their only release. It came out in 2024. It's on Iron Fortress Records. I was speaking to the gentleman that was the singer and asked if there was any plans for doing a CD or a vinyl version. He said the cassette versions were available, but it was obviously an American label. However, Andy at Drycoff may possibly have some in. Luckily enough, I went onto Andy's page and lo and behold, he had some in. So it was an instant order. While I was there, I'll take that out. Let's see if it's there. Take it out. There's the inner. This is these gentlemen are from Stockport over in the UK. This is superb old school death metal, very brutal, very heavy. The rhythm section absolutely pounds. Vocals are guttural but not too bad. This is only just over 13 minutes, but it's 13 minutes where it's just a case of instantly, yeah, we need to play that again. I'm genuinely interested to see where these guys head moving on. I believe that they're playing again support to a band we're going down to see, so I'm looking forward to seeing them again. Even better now that I know the music's slightly better. But yeah, if you're a fan of old school no nonsense death metal, then I think this is definitely worth looking into. So it's on Iron Fortress Records, and Andy at Drycoft did have some. I don't know if he still has, but he did have some copies left. So for the less than a couple of pints, well worth grabbing. Really good EP. I said, genuinely looking forward to seeing what else these guys come out with. So that's Acid Vat and their debut EP, Dead Flesh Architect. Now, I am being collector scum. I sometimes don't give enough time and effort to an album that's been bought, and I should. I'm sure people with a large collection, 90% of us are probably guilty of that. I bought this next album when it came out, middle of 2023, I believe it was. Now this band supported, but the only support for Forbidden. This is Tortured Demon and their album Rise of the Lifeless. This is their second full length. It's an independent release, limited to only 300 copies. I got number 94. And so I bought this. I'm assuming it was a suggestion on Bandcamp or such. And although I knew I had it and I'd heard it, I knew I didn't know it well enough. So when they were announced as support for Forbidden, I was looking forward to, to seeing what they did. This is modern thrash metal on Encyclopedia Metallica, my ass. Encyclopedia Metal, that, the one where we all go to find our nonsense about. It says deathcore, and I was like, metalcore, not deathcore. And I was thinking, possibly a couple of sections of it, but not where it would put me off from, it's metalcore, I'm not listening to that. Because I don't mind some metalcore, but I'm not the biggest fan. However, this is tight, it's violent, it's a high-speed thrash fest in my ears. The riffs are so fast and memorable. The musicianship is absolutely spot on. Like a lot of thrash albums, it has got a certain groove to it that helps, carry each song along. The songs are really well crafted. The drumming on this is next level. It's absolutely superb. The guys only look young. However, the skill level was, it was off the chart. Really, really talented band. I believe they're doing a UK tour back end of October into November. So I'll definitely be trying to catch them doing a headline set. But the guitar work, the production, it's razor sharp. Everything about it is really, 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 really good. It's on the proper colour for vinyl records, which is black, obviously. There's one on the show shortly that's anything but black. Still a good record, just not a very nice colour. Yeah, so this is a modern thrash metal album full of the riff face is constantly there, because it's just an absolute belter of a record, and it's something I wish now in hindsight I'd spent a lot more time with prior to actually seeing them. Obviously if I get a chance to see them again, which I will do, I'll definitely be in a better position knowing what to expect. So that's Tortured Demon and their second full length Rise of the Lifeless from 2023. Now, a while back I was fortunate enough to receive a VCLT off our good friend Metal Marty Mac, and in it there was an album by Short Sharp Shock. I believe it was their third one, I forget the name of it at the moment. So whilst down in Manchester, obviously there's the obligatory trip to the local record stores, because again, collector scum, it's what you do. And I was genuinely surprised to find a copy of this. Now, before anybody looks at it and says, oh, it's Nazi, it's Nazi, it's not. It's just the logo that they've used. It's got an extra lettering, so it can't be Nazi, Nazi, Nazi. This is Short Sharp Shock and their debut SSS. Now, this came out in 2006. This is on Dead and Gone Records. These gentlemen are from Liverpool, and they were a crossover thrash, slightly approaching hardcore at times, band. This is absolutely fantastic. If you're a fan of DRI or Suicidal Tendencies, I'll be very, very surprised if you don't like this. This is absolute, it's just a riff fest all the way through. It has got the, again, that sort of groove feel throughout it. There's some sound bites from the UK film Scum on the track, I believe it is Overload, and that certainly sets it up nicely for the rest of the song. Obviously, they're all quite short songs, 15 tracks altogether. Now, these gentlemen are no longer performing as Triple S, unfortunately, but I'll certainly be trying to find the rest of their back catalogue. The inner sleeve is actually the printed, so there's the dudes on that side and the lyrics on that side. Again, try and show you the right way up. Proper coloured vinyl, none of this namby-pamby stuff. But yeah, if you're in the mood for something that's just, you know, you end up starting your one-man circle pit in your front room by yourself and throwing elbows and spin kicks and such like, you won't go far wrong than sticking this on your turntable. So this is Short Sharp's Shock Triple S from 2006. Whilst in the same record selling establishment, I was really happy to come across this. This is Revols and their album Cerebral Contamination from 2023. Again, this is a second full length out on Everlasting Spew. This is technical, brutal, extreme death metal from Australia. This is just a riff fest throughout. The technical sides of it aren't overly technical, you know, it's not bordering on towards like prog metal or anything like that. The guitar sounds are just razor sharp. The whole production is, to be fair. Superb release, and I was genuinely surprised to see that there's only 2 members in the band. You don't it doesn't come across as a 2-man project, which obviously it's a bit of a daft thing to say because of the amount of stuff that gets released, and it's only a 1-man project and it's still superb. But yeah, for me this is the type of death metal when you put it on when you really feel like smashing someone's face in, and obviously that's frowned upon. Put this on, take all your anger out listening to this, and you'll be alright. I don't think the bobbies will come and get you. We have an insert with the lyrics on that side, and thanks, and then this side even more lyrics. Now, as I said, there's some ugly vinyl, and if you watch any of my videos you'll know how much I detest clear vinyl. It sounds fantastic, that's not an issue. I just think it looks as cheap as shit. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just me. There's something about it I just don't like. However, we aren't really bothered about what colour it is, what colour it isn't. We're here to say what a really good album it is. So if you're in the mood for something extremely violent and extremely heavy, then you won't go far wrong than picking up this. This is Revols and Cerebral Contamination from 2023. Now, the next album is an album I've been looking forward to quite some time, because it's one of my favourite, probably actually is my favourite death metal band, especially out of the modern bands. This is Fulci and their latest release, Duckface Killing. This is their 5th full length according to Encyclopedia Metallum, because it includes the Morrisound sessions as a full length. Technically it is, but it's not new stuff. So 5th or 4th, whatever you want to call it, you definitely need to hear it though. This came out in 2024. This is on the 20 Buck Spin record label. This will quite possibly be my album of the year already. You know, there's still a bit of time left to go, but it will take something spectacularly good to take this from number one spot. I absolutely love it. I've spammed the bollocks out of this since it came. I mean, if you've heard Fulci and you're in the mood for more brutality, more death metal, but that's got that little bit quirks and stuff. Now, it's based on the movie The New York Ripper, which is, again, it's an absolute classic, and it's a film that I watched just recently again for the God knows how many times. And there are passages in this where, if you've ever watched any of the old giallo style films, they have that certain background music. There's passages in this that have background music akin to that, and it's just, obviously there's also sound bites out of the movie. Track called Knife, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, has an opening rap by a gentleman, what was his name? I did look it up. Where is it now? He's called Goat Lord, I think, or something like that. Lord Goat, sorry, not Goat Lord. That would be a different album altogether. Yeah, and when I first heard it, I was like, man, does that need to be on there? And I think if you listen to it as a standalone track, you'd probably be, meh. However, as it's playing through the album, and you're listening to the full album, then it's just, it works. I'm not really sure why, but it definitely works. Inside we get an insert with quite a lot of thanks on the back, and then opens up into the lyrics. Now, I've been complaining about coloured variants and coloured vinyl and such like. Look at that beauty. Absolutely horrendous. I suppose the good thing is that the colours actually match the cover of sorts. Now, I know there are quite a lot of variants of this. This is the one I got straight from 20 Bucks Bin, because being collector scum and panicking and thinking there'll be no UK distro grabs over that straight away. So I forked out and got it straight from America. However, it is available from Drycoff Records as well, which meant that, excuse me while I reach across, being collector scum and with it being Fulci, I had to get the cassette version. Yes, I know it's silly, why do you need 3 versions of the same thing, but then if they're there, why wouldn't you? And the J card, I mean, it's Fulci. You have to go a little bit over the top with these. And obviously I couldn't get the vinyl version and the cassette version and then be as daft as to not get the CD as well. And then I wonder why I'm running out of space. So look, if we make it share away. But yeah, again, this is just, it's not quite Tropical Sun, but obviously I've spent a long time playing Tropical Sun. Absolutely love it to bits. But this is really, really close already in such a short time. So yeah, will it overtake Tropical Sun? Probably not. But it'll certainly sit alongside it with no problem at all. So that's it, just a quick sort of what's been spinning type thing, and highlighting a couple of the recent support bands that we saw. Superb, both of them. Thank you very much to all the new subscribers. There seems to have been a nice little influx lately, and some really well thought out comments and such like. As always, anything here you'd like to talk about, please feel free to nip into the comments, and if you like it, if you don't like it, you know, if you know stuff about it that you think I should maybe know. I think the next video I'm going to do will probably be a black metal update, because I seem to have bought a lot of black metal recently. I'm actually waiting on a box set that has got one of the most satanic albums ever. Well, I'm not going to say any more about that until it gets here. It might surprise a few people. I think a lot of people will have heard of the band, not necessarily heard the album in question that's a part of the box set. Anyway, I digress. As always, thank you very much if you've stuck with me this long to watch it. Again, like I said, pop down in the comments if you've got anything to say or any complaints about my style of YouTube videos. Look after each other and enjoy whatever music it is and that you're listening to, and as always, till the next time, cheers.